So like I did mention in the previous video, there is this inspector view that shows different things depending on what's chosen. So I just want to have a quick look over here showing you how you can use it to get more details on your track and the different things that you can see while going through. Now there's just an action that I'll quickly want to change over here. So every time I select an audio track, it arms it. And I just want to turn that off. So I'm going to go to my dashboard. I'm going to go to user settings, then audio, then recording, and then just turn off this auto arm on audio tracks. So by default, I do want it on with instrument tracks, but not for audio tracks. Okay, so now that that's sorted out, let's go back to here. We've got a instrument track. And when I select that, you can see I can give the track a different color, it's active, and then you can see MIDI information pertaining to that instrument track. Now, if I go to an audio track, you see different details. You can color the audio track. Then down here, I can go to open up the browser and add, for example, an audio effect. So maybe I want to go to the audio effect, the Bitwig devices, and I can see all the instruments that are available in that track. Maybe I want to add a chorus. So I'll add a chorus, click OK, and it adds a chorus within the devices chain. So as I mentioned, there is an important aspect of things being called devices. So for example, if I go to the piano track, I can see there's a piano instrument and I can add further devices within that chain for that piano. Likewise, if I go to this Rhodes instrument, you can see the track properties over here. It's got a sampler instrument that's loaded up onto the track. The sampler is a sample of a Rhodes piano, and then I can click here to add extra effects within that chain. So if I click here and I add that same chorus, so a Bitwig device and chorus, click the add there, I've got the instrument as a device into the chorus, which is a device. So that's the track properties. Also, what you can see below the track is the send effect. If I want to send this to a send effect, I can see the inputs and outputs for that track, and then also the panning, the record arm, the solo, the mute, the track volume fader, and the track meter. Now, let me show you the difference. That's the track properties under the inspector. If I select a clip, so this is the clip, that's going to give me further details of that clip. So track properties regarding that clip. I can change the color of that clip. It's showing me the time signature, the position of that clip. So it's at bar 1. The length, it's 4 bars. I can offset it if I want to. It's set to loop. So within the clip ranger here, if this is not set to loop, it's going to play back and then stop. Where with looping enabled, when I loop it within the clip launcher, it's going to loop and not stop. So you get a lot more details on this clip compared to the track properties. So just make sure you've got the correct thing selected so you know what information you're looking for. If I go over to the MIDI event, you can see there's different details over here. So the big thing to understand is just make sure you know what you've got selected so that you're viewing the correct inspector properties with regards to either that track or that clip. And likewise, if I click down to the send effect here, I'm going to see different track properties with regards to the send or even the master. So once you get your head around the different tracks and the clips and where everything is and the properties that are associated with each of them, you can really navigate around quite easily and make changes to each thing. Next, let's take a look at how to save our projects.